The band was formed just over 4 years ago with the aim of providing young brass players with the opportunity to improve their playing technique, perform in public and to have a great time playing exciting music. The group is divided into 3 bands. This is the youth band with the most experienced players, who we'll hear again later. And this is the starter band that consists of players who, 6 months ago, had never played a brass instrument before. Their trainer is David Hollister, a brass player himself, as well as being a teacher and conductor.
So once we've warmed up, we're going to do some more work on slurs tonight, okay? At the very end of the last practice, and just keep blowing, no gap in between the notes, just slowly in on the way up beat. Let's try that again. Keep blowing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sandwiched between the starter and the youth bands is the training band, conducted by Richard Colhoun. Here the opportunity exists to play the full range of brass instruments and have a go on the percussion as well. Players in the training band need to be at or approaching grade 1 to join this band.
1, 2, 3.
There are around 25 players in the main youth band. We asked some of them what had motivated them to join.
My uncle and my cousin both play brass, and my cousin's in the military, the Marines band. So yeah, it's just a family thing really. Thought I'd give it a go and I liked it, so.
I recently did it. I used to play the cornet actually, and then I recently went to the tuba.
Why?
Because it's better, it's bigger instruments, more fun.
Well, just wanted something to do when I was in year 4, and you know, it was something to take up my time, and I enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, there's 4 of us. My sister plays cornet, Rebecca. My brother plays tuba, and Luke is the drummer. So yeah.
So you play a quartet at home?
Sometimes. I mean, we play in lots of bands together anyway. So yeah.
Residents at the Hawthorns retirement home have obviously been busy raising money as well as enjoying themselves with fetes and concerts. The result is this cheque for over £5,000 that was presented to members of the Clevedon Hospital League of Friends.
We're very welcome to have the League of Friends committee, some of the members here today, to present the cheque. This is the total amount that we've raised over the last 2 years. As you know, some of it has been sponsored by the Barclays Bank, have actually doubled some of the money that we raised. But we've actually raised a total of £5,744.40. So, contribution from all the residents, the staff that have helped, and the different activities that we've held. So I'd like to hand the cheque over to you.
Thank you very much.
And say thank you very much, and we look forward to all the work that the Cottage Hospital does for our residents.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for such a wonderful cheque. I know it's taken 2 years to raise, but money is difficult to raise in this day and age, and we are very grateful for it. We were very disappointed, as I expect all of you were, when we discovered that the new hospital project had been cancelled. This was a very great disappointment because it had been 4 or 5 years in the planning and suddenly nothing came of it. I'm sure that you'll all realise that although we're disappointed, our commitment to the hospital is still as strong as it ever was. And without your commitment and your generosity, we could not do half the things that we do. So a very big thank you from all of us. Thank you very much.
The money, which was originally earmarked for use in the new hospital, will now be used to complete various much-needed projects down at the Cottage Hospital in Old Street. Flushed with last year's success of exposing the zigzag path leading up from the Sugar Lookout to the top of Church Hill, the conservation group Friends of Poets Walk have spent the winter poring over old maps and photographs of the area.
Right, so we're looking that way.
So that one
is there.
Goes down there, basically.
Searching and exposing other long-lost paths and steps that have been buried under years of vegetation.
So what do you think is where the camera is? What do you think is...
This old photograph, showing a path that appears to lead onto the hill from the end of the zigzag, clearly shows an iron cross or bollard that was used as an obstacle at the end of a pathway. A search of the scrub that had grown up in the area soon found the very same cross.
John.
And within a few hours the volunteers had cleared the area to expose the original path that had been lost from view for many years. Another of their discoveries is these steps which climb behind the seat that looks over the church cemetery. But it will take a lot more digging before the group can work out where they lead to. Unless someone viewing this can give them the answer. Meanwhile, life is about to stir once again over at St Andrew's Church, Glebe, where all winter a team of volunteers from the church have continued to turn the old donkey field into a place of tranquility. Members of the church have financed 5 rustic benches that have been sited around the field in memory of their loved ones. And at the bottom of the field near the entrance, 2 picnic tables have been placed. And it is hoped that when the weather improves, families will make good use of them. The wedding cake tree, which was moved to the field from a garden in Albert Road, is now in bud, and hopefully come the spring will once again give a good display of its beautiful foliage. The team of volunteers is about to take delivery of 17 chickens to occupy the bottom corner of the field, but first the coop and a fox-proof chicken run have to be installed.
side, and that's the other one on the other side.
Not there.
And then we screw that one down as well.
Each chicken has been sponsored to the tune of £25 by members of the church, and each bird has been given a name by their sponsors. Names like Henrietta and Egbert were being bandied about whilst their wings were being clipped prior to being introduced into their new home.
This obviously doesn't hurt them at all, it's just like having a little haircut. So that's a red ranger as well.
A coral, I presume?
Yep. They did have a little bit of food and drink before they set off on their little journey, but...
A little journey,
What's that one?
It was not clear what the more established members of the local feathered fraternity thought of these intruders, but it didn't take long for the newcomers to settle down and enjoy their first meal in their new environment.
Just north of Northampton, a village called Welford. Between Leicester and Northampton, almost right in between the two.
Is that the Ranger or the Cream Lake? That's
the Ranger. Yeah. It was a very hot day you came up, wasn't it, Eric?
Yeah.
It was really hot.
Yeah,
we did. It was baking. When was that? May, was it? Oh, right. You pot eggs when they first start laying. So these will come into lay in say a couple of weeks. Oh, yeah. So you put a pot egg in the nest boxes, just so they see as they sort of think the guide. So what you could do is actually put oil things, or just get an egg.